Hello, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Alan Titchmarsh, or Lakhi Titchmarsh today. I'm in my garden today, actually, doing the Property Fixer live drive time. I decided not to be in the car and enjoy the garden and talk to you about some of the beautiful flowers we have in our garden here. Today, we have, I'm not quite sure what all the plants are called, actually. Maybe I should have done a bit more research, but they do look rather beautiful, rather tantalizing. But I do not know much about what Alan Titchmarsh says, so I'm not going to press any further. Do you know any of these plants at all, Raj?
Can I have a bit of a closer look? Are they? I'm not really sure. I can't really see them clearly, but have you got daffodils and roses and bluebells? My gardening knowledge is a little bit limited because where I am, we've got a bit of a. I can see some daffodils, I think it is, and the red ones. I need to brush up on my gardening knowledge and my plants. So, but if you can enlighten me, what the types of plants that you and flowers that you have blooming in your lovely garden.
The big tree in the back that you see there is a plum tree.
Ah, that's good. That's good. I used to have an apple tree where I used to live.
Raj Malhotra. We seem to have a slightly better connection, so I'm going to have to stray closer to the house, I think.
Okay. Okay.
So I'll tell us a little bit more about how we met and how we've, and you know, how long it's been. I'm just going to quickly. I was quickly going to check actually whether we are live on Facebook or not, but I've had Sandy saying good morning, so we must be live.
Good morning, Sandy.
Today I'm hosting the show, and I'm not so technical. We're going to have to go. I'm the fixer, mostly for property and business issues, but not always the tech. But I think I've managed to fix the problem, so it is there actually. My fixing abilities across the board aren't too bad. So good morning, Mandy.
Good morning,
Mandy. How are you?
Good morning, Mandy.
Okay, so let me give you an intro to today's show. We have Raj Malhotra. We're going to look forward to
hi everyone.
A chat with him and talk about what he's up to. He's a man of many talents, but he's also going to talk about his experience with Rescue My Properties. So today's topic is how to create an income opportunity whilst coming out of lockdown or in lockdown, and how to oops, I've got another customer now.
Well, get him signed up for Rescue My Properties, quick.
I think he's not very happy because I'm actually going to be talking, so I'm going to have to let you do a bit more talking then whenever he talks, and I have to put the mute button on. Okay. So that's our neighbor's dog. It's quite a cute dog, actually. I think he's trying to say hello. He wants to be in the show. Very big dog, actually. A bit scary.
What kind of dog? What kind of dog?
I don't quite know, but it looks like one of those sort of fighting dogs.
Oh, okay.
Some sort of boxer, or it's quite big. Wow. Sonia Lambert says good morning. She sent us a rose.
Good morning, Sonia. Thank you. Sending you love back.
Okay, so I'm gonna give a 5-minute summary about what Rescue My Property is about, what we're going to discuss today. So a lot of people are going through a lot of emotional anxiety, depression, mental health issues after this COVID-19 pandemic lockdown, and it's not quite over yet. It's not really quite over until we have some sort of normalization, at least for a couple of years, and no lockdowns. And now there's a threat of another variant as well from abroad. I'm trying to keep away from all the negative terminology and the connotations around them as well, and the different countries that are involved. So regardless of all of that, I want to try and keep away from being the BBC News. I'd rather be talking more positive and upbeat and bring a different message for everybody out there today. So what is Rescue My Properties? What we're going to do? How's it going to work? So, as an organization for the last 15 years, we've been working on a methodology to create a new income stream. It was actually meant to be just an income stream for the company. So, we help people who need business help, financial help, legal help, uh, property help in terms of selling or buying properties. But what we've decided to do is to bring all of that under one roof and make our solutions available to people who are looking for a new income to become introducers. It's as simple as that. So if you've got a good knowledge of property, and if you've got a good knowledge of let's just say communicating well or good empathy with people, and you're really like to help, this is actually a semi-social enterprise. And then you've also got some knowledge. There's a few insects in here in the garden, actually. Oh, look, ooh, there's a little robin. So then the last one is actually having a bit of a network. If you've got all those three things, then it's a very simple way of getting involved in an opportunity. We have had a couple of tiny technical glitches with the tech, and so we've just revamping some of the tech in our CRM at the moment, which should be complete in the next 3 or 4 weeks. So we've been a bit reluctant to start pushing the message out, but I have met, in fact, Sonia came in and we have actually met, and I think that she's all ready to go. And I've got about 50 people that I've spoken to in the last about 3 to 6 months who all met up and are ready and keen to get rolling. There are people that are already on the program, but we're trying to increase the benchmark in terms of its capability model and the videos and the structure around what we're doing, so it makes it a lot easier. So that's the backdrop to what we do as Rescue My Properties. And it's basically anybody out there who wants to help people and make money, then our income opportunity is probably the perfect perfect in terms of timing, because it helps people and it's something you can do from home, etc., etc. So Raj, obviously you've been on the show a few times, but there's quite a lot for new viewers. We're going to be moving the Facebook platform to a slightly different structure very soon. So we're going to moving up a couple of notches in terms of the quality of what we're going to be doing, and the structure with the new scalable model around our Facebook groups, the Alternative Property Business Solutions community. So we're going to talk as if we don't know you, so that people can get to know. But I must say, you look very dapper today. Do you have? Is this sort of the new sort of Sir Alan Sugar type look? Is it?
I thought I'd mix it up a bit, as the millennials say these days. I actually don't know what the millennials language is, but yeah, I thought I'd mix it up a bit. I mean, you're looking still very dapper, even in a casual shirt, but I thought, yeah, I would mix it up a bit. But like I said, I'm always glad to be on the show. I always appreciate it. You calling me back. And I'm happy to share my knowledge and expertise and experience with anyone out there. So, thank you.
Okay, so Raj, I think Raj's background is in a state agency. We met in rather peculiar circumstances. Do you want to give us a quick couple of points on really how we met, Raj?
Right. Okay, so this is going back some time. I think this was about 2005. Yes, I remember. I got a flyer sent to me when I was working. I think I was working for a storage company anyway. Some guy dropped a flyer off and said, "Do you want to come to this thing?" And I'm like, "What is it?" So it was actually an evening with two ex-Dragons, one being Duncan Bannatyne and the other one Simon Woodrove. And they were having an evening, and they just literally were talking about how to set up a business and be an entrepreneur. I wasn't an entrepreneur. I didn't know anything about entrepreneurship, to be honest with you. I just know how to start a business. I didn't really know what the word was. Anyway, I thought, okay, I'll go along, it's just an opportunity to see what it is. And I'd heard of Simon because I'd bought one of his books. Anyway, I went there and they were both on there. Simon, really good. Duncan, yeah, as straight as as can be a bit blunt and direct. Anyway, they were offering a weekend, I think a weekend event where loads of successful entrepreneurs and multimillionaires, and they said they would be there. And I remember thinking to myself, could be something of interest to me. But the little voice in my head said at that time, it said, well, you don't know anything about starting a business. Why do you want to do this? Anyway, Lakhi stood up and asked these guys loads of questions, and everyone turned and looked around and said, who's this tall, dapper, and I will say handsome Sikh guy? And the questions he asked was like, wow. It's sort of like I got to get to know this guy. And then after they'd finished, I was still deliberating. And then Lakhi pushed me inside and said, look, I'm in. What about you? And I said, well, I don't know. And he said, look, think about it and then get in touch with me. I'm glad I did. Went for a weekend. There were loads of entrepreneurs there. Many who were even more successful now than they were back then. Lakhi even presented to the entrepreneurs, so like a mini Dragon's Den. And then from there, our friendship grew, and then I think I remember Lakhi also putting on his own events to do with property. And I went and saw Lakhi at his place, did a bit of consultancy work for him. And we stayed in touch, and I don't look at him just as a mentor and a friend. I look at him like an older brother because, he's
by the way, less of the older. Yeah.
Older, wiser. He matures like a good.
Not say like younger brother, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I'm the older one. He's going to be 21 next week. But yeah, we hit it off. And I went to his events, and he had other speakers there. And slowly, I think my mindset changed to say that this could be possible, because before I was like a lot of other people, just thinking, all right, I'll just work in a 9-to-5 job. Mine wasn't 9 to 5. Mine was long hours as well. And then, work for 40 hours, 40 years, and then get my pension. But I think my mindset changed at that point. It still took a lot of time because maybe there was a fear, like loads of people have a fear of, should I leave this? And I was newly married then as well. So, there was a lot of risks associated. But I just felt that, there is something out there apart from, and I've got nothing against people who are working, which is why I also think and believe that the Rescue My Properties is an ideal income opportunity, especially now. With what everyone's going through, and I'm sending my love and best wishes to everyone who's struggling at this moment in time. If you want to contact me, by all means, just have a chat. That's fine with me. But going back to the Rescue My Properties, I do think it's an ideal model because everyone's still at home. We're not sure how long this terrible virus is going to carry on. And sometimes we're easing lockdown and then we're back in lockdown. So this is ideal. And you can go on social media, like he says, the community is really good. You can go on social media and you have a network. So I'm going to put it back to Lakhi and discuss a bit more about the Rescue My Properties opportunity. So over to you, Lakhi.
Okay, so thanks for the intro, Raj. Yes, it's very kind of you to say that I look dapper. Okay, so basically the key components of Rescue My Properties is that it's really to help people, and it's a sort of social referral type system. So, but before we move on, I've got quite a few shout outs actually. So Mandy Sandu saying good morning, as she said earlier.
Good morning, Mandy.
Pam McNeese, who's I think related to or friend of Kath Locke. Samuel Lambert saying, I agree, there is more to life than the day job. So I think a lot of people probably during lockdown, probably realized that maybe on reflection, plenty of time to reflect a year, that maybe it's a good time, good time to start thinking about engaging life in a different way, maybe.
Mm.
Sonia Lambert said, Dapper is your middle name. Thank you. I'm going to change it to Lucky Dapper Singh. That's quite
Oh, I think that's got a good ring.
LDS. That doesn't sound too bad. Okay, well, I'm going to consider that. I think Lakhi Singh Property Fixer is already taken. So that's probably the main one at the moment, but we shall see. There's other competitors out there, such as Dapper now. So going back to Rescue My Properties, what is it? How can you get involved? And why is it a phenomena? Well, the other thing is we're beginning to pick up a lot of social enterprise type partners. We're now beginning to collaborate with Deborah Sophia Magdalene, who's got
yes.
a lot of health devices and who's into essential oils. And so we're going to be looking to collaborate with her and actually integrate her into what we're doing, which is really going to help people from a health point of view.
That's amazing.
Some fantastic news. And we've also working with another gentleman called Mohsin Rabjani, who's basically director of part of an organization called Change Ahead, which helps people that are on the street getting back into normal life, back into work. So that's quite exciting. And thirdly, we are also, which I've been talking to Sonia about, we're also going to be launching the social enterprise on a mass scale. And we may be looking at getting funding for it. So we've already spent over £500,000 worth of time, money, investment into developing the whole solution, the tech behind it. And we may be looking to raise more funds and then take it to market as an enterprise that somebody could possibly work with us and actually help to scale up. So a lot of exciting things happening with it. But going back to Raj, so tell us a little bit about why you think Rescue Properties could be rescuemyproperties.co.uk. The organization could be beneficial to you or to people that you know.
Thank you, Lucky. Well, firstly, like you said, or I'll repeat, is that a lot of people are still at home. Although lockdown restrictions are easing, it could go the other way again. So a lot of people at home, maybe a lot of people have lost their jobs, like I did, or they may be furloughed, so they're looking for another income opportunity. So this is ideal. And there's bringing back another point. There are three main things that human beings need, well, apart from oxygen, is food, drink, and somewhere to live. So there's always a demand, and we live in a small island with an increasing amount of a population. So this is ideal. And if you've always wanted to get into property or learn about property, this is the ideal opportunity, and like I said, we're at home, so you can use social media. You don't have to go out and network at the moment, but obviously if things open up, there's an option there. But I do have one question for you, Lucky. At the moment, it's there's no charge or no cost. What's the reason for that? Is there a particular reason why there's no charge for it? I mean, it's great. I just wanted to know, just curious.
Well, the actual charge for becoming a basic member is £2,000. Silver member is £5,000.
Okay.
Becoming a gold member is £10,000. But believe it or not, we've decided to waive the charges for a basic membership, and even silver membership has now come down, and so has a gold membership. I can't remember the prices off the top of my head. But so you can all take advantage of that. But this is only whilst there's a downturn and people are finding it difficult to get employment. We're just putting it out there to support the UK economy in a very sort of simple way in terms of trying to do something that's positive, but without it necessarily impacting our bottom line in a massive way. I think it's the least we can do, try and support anybody out there who's trying to get their foot back on the ladder. or is looking for new income opportunities because they're stuck at home and they can't find a way of getting back into something that maybe supports their current living situation. So I think that's the main reason. It did take a bit of convincing with the other directors, but we did actually agree at the end, and I think it's been going on for about a year now since we've
wow.
launched the basic membership as a discount. So Raj, tell me, from your point of view, are you considering becoming an associate, or are you an associate of the company already? I can't remember now because we've got so much going on. We haven't had a chance to catch up.
I think I've watched the videos, so I'm not sure.
So, by the way, which videos did you watch?
I
Because
watched the without going to the website. I watched the videos, the introductions by VJ Sal, and I've been watching continuing videos. So because when I click on it, on the basic membership, then obviously the actual whole income opportunity comes up, and obviously VJ's not here today because the helicopter's in the garage, but VJ does the actual videos, and I know you do some videos as well. So I've been going through those as much through the actual opportunity of Rescue My Properties. So I think I am a member of the Rescue My Properties because, like I said, I'm also looking for other opportunities as well. Property is one of the areas that I understand. It's linked to what I've done previously. It's not like I've decided to go and do underwater basket weaving. If there is such a thing called underwater basket weaving. So I've used the talents and skills that I've got that's related to what I'm looking for. So I would ask or request everyone that's watching this, and everyone that watches this in the future, to investigate and explore the business opportunity. What have you got to lose? You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So
okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a bit more of an illustration because I want to try and keep it a little bit more facts-based in terms of what this opportunity is about. So I think the typical, and we'll involve Raj in a second as well in terms of what his take as well. The typical 4 or 5 question is, how do I make money? How much time does it take? If I want to make a lot of money, what are the things I need to do? Do I need to be attending events and seminars? And how do I get involved and hit the ground running? These are sort of typical questions that get asked. So we have got a frequently asked questions section as well in the videos, which covers every single question. Actually, it's probably even more than the questions I've just mentioned. So if all of you went to rescuemyproperties.co.uk and went to the YouTube clips in the media section on the tabs on the top of the website, all pretty much the key videos are in there, but then you can actually get into the YouTube video sections for Rescue My Properties on YouTube and you get to see all of that. But just to address the key questions on the show now, we've got Raj with us. First question, one of the biggest questions is, how do I go out and get new business, and how do I make money? So getting new business, simple terms, is social media, your network, a database. You can ring people, talk to them that you know already, make a list, etc. How do you make money is that you basically introduce clients and put them into the CRM. Our team contacts them and talks to them about what their issue is around, which is a legal issue. They need conveyancing, they need a bridge, they need to sell an asset, they need to buy an asset. They've got some sort of negative equity or a repossession problem. They may even have a mental health issue or a issue that's actually beyond business and property. But then we're always willing to help and put them in touch with the right organizations which we collaborate with or affiliate with. So that's generally the premise in terms of getting business. In terms of making money, The way it works is that as a basic member, you get 5% of 2,500, which is the typical fee that we tend to charge as an upfront fee to take on our services. Obviously, if somebody's really stuck, they've got no money, we do tend to help them and give them a free half-an-hour consultation, give them direction, because not everybody's in distress is going to be in a position to be able to pay us. So not everything is money making, but it is about helping. So we're able to offer that service in a quite holistic way. So how do you make money? Typical case study is we had a client who's got 15 properties. They're in negative equity, and the bank was trying to appoint receivers. So we basically charged the client £2,500 for helping them do an appraisal of all their problems. And then we charge them £2,500 to stop the repossession on a couple of properties they've had. There's another £2,500 that was charged on top in relation to getting them their finance sorted. So from that alone, commission earnings is around £500, £450, I think. And clients paying for those services. But normally under those circumstances, if the client was left to their own devices, then it's unlikely that they're going to be able to come out of that problem. They may end up losing millions of pounds and not be able to come out of the situation intact. They may end up going bankrupt, going into an IVA, or being under major financial distress and chucking good money after bad money. So there's quite a lot of information there, Raj. What's your thoughts in terms of getting new business in terms of what sort of things have you come across that you think might help in building a network? Maybe you can just give us your thoughts, because I know that you're quite prolific on social media.
Thank you once again, Lakhi. I would say that with social media now, social media can be a bit of a double-edged sword. I'll be honest with you, but if you go on like Facebook or LinkedIn, the first thing would be on Facebook, join some property groups. Lakhi's got quite a lot of groups around the country, the Alternative Property and Business group. Join other groups, go on LinkedIn. Now, just a quick caveat emptor, it's Latin, by the way. So like I said, I know a lot of things. When you're connecting with someone, and this is a tip, is when you're connecting with someone, you say, "Hi there, I liked your profile. Please can I connect with you, or I'd like to kindly invite you to join my professional network here on LinkedIn." As soon as you get that, do not pitch them. Okay, there seems to be a lot of this. What you do is say, "Oh, I see you're in property. How's that going? How are you finding it at the moment?" So develop a sort of conversation. Now, I know it's not as easy as it is when you're doing it face to face or on the phone, but you could always say to them, "Look, I've got a big network. You may or may not have, but why don't we just jump on a call?" And I find that works more than if you go in and go da 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 da, right? Because what happens is people have to, especially now, have to like you, follow, and trust you, right? And I found this a little bit of a lesson myself. So use social media. If you know of anyone, family or friends, and if they don't know, you can ask them. Do they know of anyone who'd be interested in? And I know the Rescue My Properties covers a lot of areas. I think you deal with negative equity, one of the areas, repossession, structured finance. They deal with landlords. So it's a very comprehensive, like you said, under one roof, under one umbrella. No reference to Rihanna, copyright. That you can get.
Rella.
Yeah, all these services. I mean, it's amazing. It's my hat's off to Lakhi and the team. I would jump at the chance. If anyone watching this, I would literally jump on the chance, because it's getting tough out there, and it's going to get tougher. Believe me. So Yeah, so Lucky, that's my take on that.
Okay, I mean, quite a lot of information taken. I think the other couple of strategies people can adopt are, rather than to be pushing out things where you, like Raj is saying, you go to somebody and start talking to them, you can actually use a pull strategies, which is what we do. I think on the whole, about 99% of the time, we don't even ask anybody for business really.
That's amazing.
We just basically just to do a lot of high level PR and marketing about everything we do, but we don't go and try and attract business one to one. I think we may be doing some of it, but not sort of in your face type of thing. It may be more like a bit more subtle, which is tell me a little bit more about what you do. And these are the type of things I do, but we're happy to assist with any of these if they suit what you want. And if they say, oh yeah, that sounds really good, then say, well, it may be worth having a chat with my PA to set up a time or a call. Let me know when you're free for a discussion around this particular topic. So that actually, the very casual conversation can often lead to some very good business dialogue, actually, in terms of. So we picked up a lot of panel of surveyors, solicitors, accountants for our various panels from social media. We picked up a lot of, let's just say, different investors as well who want to invest into various projects, bridging finance companies that want to lend out to our clients on a private basis. So, but what happens when you meet people? They automatically introduce you to other people. Obviously, the meeting environment is not so easy at the moment, but social media is a great tool because that, in fact, because it's called social, it feels a bit more social and probably not as good as meeting still, but just feels still quite social to be able to meet people and still be able to get things done. So Raj, tell us a little bit more about what's happening with you at the moment. What are you I think you're trying to attract estate agents, is that right?
Yeah, so it's been a long time coming, put it this way. So what I've launched, and it's just recently, is so I'm looking for 5 estate agency owners to help them to increase their revenues through valuations, viewings, offerings, and other areas. So it's targeted to the estate agency.
You don't realize I'm on a drive time still, so they're trying to ring. So you carry
they want to join Rescue My Properties. That's it. You see, you're looking dapper in the garden. They said, "Where do I sign?" But yeah, so I'm looking for 5 estate agency owners to help me with a beta version, and then we can find out if we're a good fit. And like I said, you can contact me on LinkedIn, Facebook, or DM me. So and we can take it from there. And like Lucky, yeah, it's just going to be a conversation where I can give you insights, and then if you find that we're a good fit, we can continue for want of a better word, the coaching. I mean, it's more training and mentoring, but for want of a better word, I'm classed as a knockout sales specialist. Is my official title or moniker. So yeah, but coming back to what Lucky said, yes, have a conversation. Imagine, I'll give you a scenario, and I won't give you the scenario that I spoke to with VJ last time, but I'll give you a scenario that, say, you want to meet up with your friends. You go to a local bar or you're at a meal. You don't suddenly turn around and say, "So, James, I see you got 10 properties. I work for Rescue My Property. Here's my business card." No. What you do is you say, "Oh yeah, how's it going?" Yeah, and you'll go, "Well, Raj, to be honest with you, it's been a bit of a strain." I said, "Look, what's up?" And then just generally ask if they're willing to share. Fine, or find another time to talk to them in a casual conversation, because people have to open up to you. They may be going through loads of challenges, like Lucky said. So you've got to be a confident, in a way, is a better word. not a counselor, but counsel. So I like the way that Lakhi says that, he gives out a lot of value, books a call with his PA, and then has a conversation. Call it a conversation. Don't even call it a business call. Call it a conversation. So, and this is why I feel that Rescue My Property is ideal. And another thing I was going to say before I go back to Lakhi, I know I do go on a bit, but if you have, one of the things that I learned when I was an estate agent was I learned new skills, right? I learned new skills that I didn't know I had, that were deep inside me, right? Embedded. So I had no property experience before that. I hadn't not really sales experience. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. So, and I think with the Rescue My Properties, you'll learn as you go along. The more you learn, the more you'll earn. I know it sounds like a cliche, but it's true. You have to invest in yourself. I always believe in investing in myself.
I like that one. The more you learn, the more you earn.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's absolutely true. The more you
learn. You could make a little poem out of it, couldn't you?
Yeah. We might have to do a Rescue My Properties poem or a little ditty.
Put the elbow grease in and the work will be done. Find the fun and the work will be done.
That's it.
It's another one.
If you find something you enjoy, you'll never work a day in your life. A lot of people don't enjoy what they do, and life is really too short.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I mean, what better way? I mean, maybe I'm a bit biased, obviously, being one of the senior people in the business, which is helping people and make money. I mean, it sort of fits in really well with the religious ethos for many religions as well, because if you're giving and then you can make money, I mean, it's a perfect sort of situation, and it sort of meshes really well together in terms of allowing people to deal with their personal, especially in this sort of current time at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to round off the call a bit early today because I've got to get back into town for meetings.
That's fine. Yeah.
Pleasantries of my garden. But what I think I should do is I should probably show you some marigolds at least, or something like that. Give me 1 second. I think we just sort of change it up a little bit. 1 sec.
I think Sonia's given us a message. Thumbs up. Hi, Sonia. Sending you lots of love. Also to Mandy. I think, was it Ham niece? And anyone else is watching this. Is there any end to your talents, Mr. Singh?
Well, it's not me. It's my dad, actually. He's got green fingers.
Well,
so
any talents to Uncle G? Anyone?
My dad's like a very keen gardener. In fact, that's the marigold. So I thought I'd probably at least pick up one set of plants, which I know what they're called. There's lots of others here as well, actually.
I think we should continue this in your garden next time, and then we could guess that. We should do a quiz. Guess the flowers or the plants. That's what we should do.
The good thing about this is Rescue My Property's colors as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
There we go.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
My dad might not be happy with me touching his plants, but
sure. But we promise we won't tell Uncle. We won't tell him.
Okay, so I think I'm quite excited about the plum tree in the back over here.
Can you show us a shot of the plum tree, please?
Just there at the moment. It's getting a bit. And there's also an apple tree just behind me here as well. Can you see it?
Wow! Look at that.
We have got all sorts of herbature.
Eat your heart out, Alan Titchmarsh.
We've got all these flowers here. Can you see them?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
And then tomato plant.
Well, you got your own vegetable greengrocers at home. Don't really need to go to the supermarket.
I think that's radish. What's there?
Radish. That used to be my nickname in school for some reason.
No, it's beetroot. Sorry, beetroot.
That's beetroot. Very, 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 very good for your health. Beetroot.
got, hold on 1 second. I think that's thyme. It's thyme just there.
Thyme.
Then we got lettuce.
Lettuce.
We got spinach.
Wow, it's got the whole.
Neighbours football.
Is that growing as well? Is there plants growing out of that as well?
Got carrots here as well. These are carrots, I believe.
You've got the whole, like I said, whole gamut of
Maybe
vegetables.
rhubarb, actually, I'm not sure.
Rhubarb, did you say?
I'm not sure, but anybody out there who knows better than me, they'll know. That's an onion there. The
Onion plant as well.
Cherry tomatoes.
Cherry tomatoes. Oh, I love cherry tomatoes. They're one of my favorite. They're nice and when you especially eat them, they're juicy.
Got more tomatoes down there. My dad's actually signposted a lot of these things as well, but I don't know which one's which at the moment. But it's a fantastic collection of plants.
Oh yes.
Today, slightly different show from the garden, as we're coming into a sort of like a mixture of summer and spring, really, isn't it? Today.
Yeah, it's a sort of like the cusp, I would say. We are moving now towards summer, spring coming in. Cusp, and the weather's getting better. I know it's been a bit dreary. I know you were with the fantastic Ninder Singh Johar last week, and every time you ask him what's it like in the Midlands, he says, "Well, it's a bit dreary." I can't really do a Bromley accent. Bromley accent? Is that from Birmingham? From Birmingham. It's a bit drippy out there, isn't it? I'll do a few of my accents next time if anyone wants to listen to them. They're not brilliant, but they're.
I think, we're just going to round off now. I think because VJ Sal's not around, he's the one that keeps the show going. I'm sort of just learning the ropes from VJ Sal because he's irreplaceable.
I've got to say, you're doing a fantastic job. You truly are. I saw your one last week. So it's. I haven't seen VJ Sal's garden, so this is definitely a treat, for me and all the viewers out there.
Yeah, we've got a few benches here as well to sort of enjoy the garden. Got like a hammock thing that sort of swings, so my mum can actually sit there.
Do you and your family do any barbecues at all? Because
I do barbecue sometimes, birthdays and that sort of thing.
Okay, I want an invite next time.
Definitely. Okay. Well, give us a quick summary, Raj, for Rescue My Properties. What's your quick summary for today? And then I should summarize myself.
Okay, Rescue My Properties. Join. It's a no-brainer. It's free to join. No-brainer. You can learn about property. No-brainer. You can use social media. No-brainer. Who knows where it might lead to? As they say, another door closes, another one opens. This could be your opportunity to, maybe a part-time business or even to a totally new career. So just go on the website, go there now. And that's my summarization.
Okay, thank you, Raj. Appreciate that. So anybody out there who's got a big heart, wants to help people financially, and is also wants to make money, then I think Rescue My Properties is probably the right place to be for you. And if you also want to work with the Lakhi Singh, and I'm happy to sort of help you grow your network, although we're super busy. A lot of people
he is.
We only have 10 minutes with you or something, so
he doesn't sleep.
But I do try and take time out. So I think we've had a couple of people come over. I think Mary Cullen came up for lunch for a couple of hours.
Oh, really?
Around from Brighton.
Really nice.
Sonia Lambert's come up to see us. I think Mandy Sand is missing now. Mandy, you may be able to travel and come and see us at some stage. Gives you an excuse to get out. Depending on
Mandy, come down and meet Lakhi.
Okay, guys. Well, have a great Friday. I'm gonna have a quick brekkie and then head off to the office.
Power breakfast.
I got a bit carried away with doing some work last night, so finished quite late. So hence a slight delay in the show this morning as well. Raj and I had a bit of a catch up to try to see how we're going to structure the show today. Actually, believe it or not, everything we've discussed has been rehearsed to the T. Is that right, Raj?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
None of this is off the cuff. This is all rehearsed.
It's all scripted, of course. Okay, well, have a great Friday, and goodbye from Lakhi Singh, the property fixer's garden.
Yes.
My dad's garden, family garden.
That's great. Thanks, Lakhi. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Have a great weekend.